Fight wrap up for UFC 325. Let's go. Let's kick it off with Sulan Grambo versus Lawrence Louis. Lawrence Louis did not win this fight. I'm sorry, but Sulan Grambo landed the better combinations in my opinion. And Louis, when he did grapple with Sulan Grambo, he did not find that much success. Really, the commentary team was very biased, and I have to say those judges messed up that decision fairly easily. Now next up, we got Nakamura versus Salzale. Okay, Saleh, whatever. I don't want to mess that name up. I probably did, yes. But Saleh, I wish he did get that UFC contract. Now, Nakamura, I'm excited for him. He has that very good power. And I do feel that if he just threw more within that fight, he could have probably finished him earlier. You never know, you know? Maybe it was just a fact of him holding back the whole fight. And yeah, once he let things go, he knocked him out. So I'm excited for that power to be entering the division. Whereas Saleh, I hope he gets another chance at the UFC. Now, let's kick it off to the next one. We got Sanguk Kim versus Domar Fan. Now, Domar Fan, wow, yeah, you're coming to the UFC. He's an interesting guy. He has some very good volume. He kind of looks like Sean Strickland, like not in the striking aspect, but he looks like Sean Strickland. Sang-uk Kim, as for him, he thought he was Max Holloway for a second, pointing down, and he got the middle finger. But yeah, the guy has an incredible chin. He was taking some crazy shots, but it's not good to be known for having a good chin. It means you don't have good defense. Next up, we got Kano Philly versus Yiza. Uh, yeah, what do I have to say here? He got robbed. He got robbed. Oh, Philly didn't win this fight. You got knocked down, and you did not look good in this fight. When you grappled, you you didn't really find success. You were 0-4 for takedowns. Well, Aziza, when he went for the takedown, he went 1 for 1. He took him down. He controlled him at the end of the round. I don't know how you're not giving this decision to Yiza. Next up, we got Oban Elliott versus Jonathan McAuliffe. Jonathan McAuliffe, I'm very impressed. You know, in that first round, he rocked Oban Elliott. Now, I didn't think he was very crisp. I didn't find his game plan was very good in the first round. But when it came to the second round, he got given the opportunity of being able to grapple with Oban Elliott when he was rocked, of course. And Oban Elliott, that was a very, low IQ moment from him. And he's typically a smart fighter. I feel like his emotions kind of, you know, got to him in the heat of the moment. And McAuliffe capitalized, got that submission, and secured another win in the UFC. Next up, we got Jacob Malkoun versus Torres Finney. Now, I don't want to go over this too much. Torres Finney, that was a very disappointing performance. I mean, the guy had no volume, no effort. I don't know what to say, like there wasn't much output. He maybe threw like a couple of big, winded up shots. They landed maybe, but he didn't produce much volume, so there's not much to say about it. Jacob Malkoun dictated the pace of this fight with his jab, with his straight. He found success, and he did what he had to do to get the victory. 30-26. Yeah, Cam Ralston versus Cody Brundage. Cody Brundage landed some good shots. Cam Ralston took advantage of this fight. He was the expected favorite, and he looked like the expected favorite in that fight. Despite Cody Brundage having some pretty good moments, Cam Ralston took it over when it came to the second round, used his grappling, and with that ground and pound, finished up the fight. Billy Ellicott versus Junior Tafa. Well, Junior Tafa, I'm sorry, but he's got to get out of the UFC at this point. He is 2-5 in the UFC now, 6-5 overall in his record. Now he dropped to light heavyweight. He looked good. He looked the best I've ever seen him. But you have to remember, guys, from heavyweight to light heavyweight, skill gap. From light heavyweight to middleweight, skill gap. There's a skill gap between several divisions, and heavyweight is the worst division right now. So when a fighter comes from heavyweight to light heavyweight, I do not expect him to do good. I did not expect him to do good versus Billy Ellicott, though he knocked him down, so good for him. But Billy Ellicott finished the job there and looked great at it. Quillen Salkiel versus Jamie Malarkey to begin the main card. Well, now I am live right now watching the main card. Quillen Salkiel won this fight via submission. It was kind of a neck crank. It was pretty clean. He dominated as he was expected again. Minus 1,200 is expected. Now, Tai Tuivasa versus Talson Texera is about to start. So I'm going to go watch that and I'll get back. So I just finished watching the card. One thing I have to say, Tai Tuivasa versus Talson Texera, that was a display of pure idiocy. What was that at all? Like, are you kidding me? You're in the UFC. and you're fighting that, like, you know, dumb, low IQ. I mean, first of all, Tai Tuivasa in that last round, even if you're tired, push for the win. Try to get the knockout. You were hugging the guy. What are you doing? Yes, you were landing some pretty good shots, and yeah, that's cool. But you have a chance to win here for the first time in a long time. Talison Texera, in the first two rounds, you were dictating the pace of that fight. What do? You don't push for the finish either. Both guys have horrible gas tanks. Both guys, I question how they're in the UFC. Next up, Fiziev versus Ruffy. I had Fiziev winning this fight. I was severely wrong. Ruffy caught him good. Ruffy caught him really clean. Great performance from Ruffy. Fiziev, you did well up until the finish. Dan Hooker versus Benoit Saint Denis. Benoit Saint Denis, wow. What a waste of a call out, though. Calling out for the BMF title when it's happening in March. Come on. Come on. Come on. No, we don't call that out. And then you call for the lightweight title when you just beat Dan Hooker. No. You have Arman Tsarukyan in the division. You have Paddy Pimblett in the division. You even have a guy in Mateusz Gamrot who's like one spot ahead of you. You still have Renato Moicano that beat you. There's plenty of guys for you to fight right now. Don't act like beating Dan Hooker merits a title shot at all. Next up, you got Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez in the main event. Alexander Volkanovski, he put on the same exact performance that he did when he fought Diego Lopez last year. Very similar performance. Diego Lopez dropped him for a second. Volkanovski got back up. He was fine. Volkanovski, who do I want to see him fight next? Winner of Mossart versus Lerone Murphy. If they want to give him a fight between that, I mean, there's not really a fight you could give him between that. You got Mavsar and Lerone. That has to be decided. The winner of that fights Volkanovski. That's what I want to see. Maybe Arman Tsarukyan actually drops down the weight class and fights Volk. I don't think it would happen, but if there is a fight to make between, it would be that. Let me know, guys. What did you think of this fight event? Overall, I'm a bit meh on it. It wasn't the greatest event to watch. We got some pretty good fights, but at the same time, we didn't. There wasn't that it factor to it. I have to say, in my opinion. Normally there's those big moments. Oh, and whatever. I know that was very casual. I'm very tired. It's 12 o'clock. Man, I want to go to bed. I have work tomorrow. But yeah, meh. Happy Volk won.